Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. Today I bank up doing once again by Fluff.
What's going on, people?
And today we're going over something that happened yesterday. Just because of timing and what way we get to recording videos. But yesterday at San Diego Comic-Con, Dragon Ball Super had a nice little panel there, and they showed off the new Zenkai Boost stuff, which is phenomenal. And we're gonna kind of go over in more or less our reactions to that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is something that I know a lot of people have been waiting for, us included. So it'd be really cool to see it.
All right, that's a weird cut. So like always, buttons down below. Feel free to click there for a reason. And is this something you guys are? You okay, Wally? Yep. I might keep that in there because he was on camera. All right. There's buttons down below. Click them. They're there for a reason. But if it's something that you all find interesting or something that you want us to continue doing, going more in depth on certain like archetypes or even just conversations on newer things being revealed, we're thinking about it. That way we're not just doing the same profiles and same duels over and over and over. We're kind of adding more stuff into it. Like I said, if you like it, let us know in the comments. But let's kind of give our thoughts on this. Before they actually announced this information and we got the chance to actually finally see it, I was super worried, and I talked to Fluff about this as well. I'm like, how am I supposed to tech in my cards? Like, if I'm playing blue, I want to play God Stealing Trunks. I want to play Unison. But now I'm going to have to worry about trying to fit within 53 cards the engine I'm trying to play, the Unison tech, and now the new Zenkai stuff.
I was fairly certain, seeing like what teasers they had done before, that the Zenkai stuff wouldn't be included in the main deck. But what I was more concerned about was the resource. How are we going to balance Zenkai as a resource with our current resource system? Does the Zenkai just take place of like maybe playing a battle card or playing a unison card, or is there some other thing? So I was really excited for clarification on that.
And this clarification was amazing. So like Fluff said, he is right. They're not part of the deck, which is awesome. So for your Zenkai deck, you come up to 0 to 7 cards in them, and it kind of keeps the same rules. You can't have more than 4. That's it. This is also something that's private to your, it's a secret area for your opponent, but you can look at it anytime you want to. So if you're like on turn 2 or turn 3, you're not seeing a battle card you want to play, just kind of peek at your Zenkai deck. You know what? I'm going to do this real quick instead, which I think is phenomenal. Especially like I've had situations where I've just not missed seeing a certain card. And one of the cards I kind of point out to Fluff was on turn 4, there's an SS4 Goku one that I think had a phenomenal ability. It's 2 energy, I think 2 Zenkai. On play, if you like the auto, then the activate battle, and if you're playing the Pan Leaders, it's part of the starter deck actually. It's like a 35,000 double strike dual attack barrier deflect. So
yeah, very, very cheap late game pressure.
Yeah.
The one thing that I really admire about what they did with Zenkai is it's a very strategy based thing with the whole idea of moving cards at the end of the combo step from your combo area to your Zenkai energy area. Yeah. So, in a lot of situations now, you may not be motivated to combo early over the course of the game, or some decks like to combo to have cards in their drop area for overwhelms. Well, now this is just another added layer. Do I combo early to get my Zenkai set up for a specific play that I need to happen or that I want to happen? So it's going to add a whole nother texture to strategy and what is going on. Because I believe it's 1 card per battle that you can move from combo area to the Zenkai energy.
Correct. And all other cards will go to your drop area. I didn't even think about what you said earlier. Overwhelm. Like, you can now control. Like, instead of just like, I got combo to Galaxy attack, I can now combo, put resources here, set my overwhelm, and then Zenkai, and have cards in there now for your next turn overwhelm, which is fantastic as well. So,
yeah.
Like Fluff said, once per battle, when you combo cards, at the end of the combo, you can place one of those cards into your Zenkai energy area. Zenkai energy area, it's in a current state. It's kind of like the drop area. Like, it can't be tapped. So you're not afraid of ever losing them, because the way the energy works is that you take them from the drop area. You take them from the Zenkai area and place them into the drop area per the specifications on the card you're trying to play, or even the Awakened Leader you're trying to do. So it's really cool, and I was super excited to hear all of that. It just, to me, I remember when we got unisons, I was like, okay, cool, this is interesting tech, and I was kind of like in between, like, this is something I can actually like. I see the resource ability into it. Like, you establish a card, kind of like Commanders. I played Magic. I know what Commanders do. I was excited. This kind of gave me like Yu-Gi-Oh vibes. With, I think, if I recall, Fluff, you're a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Synchro, is that what the?
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of like Synchro, but not really. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen a mechanic like this in another TCG. It's really its own thing.
Yeah.
You know, I was expecting something closer to Synchros or Exceeds that we saw in Yu-Gi-Oh! being what they were going to end up doing for the Zenkai stuff, but they ended up not going that direction. And it's different. It raises some concerns about game balancing issues and space management on the field. They've decided to load everything onto the top level of the game field when you're playing.
Yeah.
So it seems a little unbalanced from that standpoint, and then it also like it brings questions of, is this going to be balanced for the game's mechanics in general? Because Dragon Ball is already a game that really favors aggro, and with the Zenkai as it is, there's a potential that this helps aggro just as much as anything else that we've seen. So I'm a little worried about how it's going to actually be balanced from Bandai's part, but excited at the same time.
Yeah. We're going to kind of just quickly go over, more or less, like we said, we're giving a reaction, whatnot. The trailers itself. And the first thing that kind of stood out to me, like how Fluff had mentioned, was the battle area. You see like a brief moment of it in the very beginning of the trailer where it's like, oh, leader area. In my honest opinion, I may start putting my unison, I might start putting like my Z deck underneath the unison area or something like that, just because there's just so much space up there. Like where I played.
That's what I was thinking, is put your Z deck. Well, I don't know, because your life goes under, and you don't want, unless they're different colored sleeves, you don't want your life getting mixed up with the Z deck.
So it hasn't been confirmed yet. People were asking on the Facebook group for the Dragon Ball Super card game that since these cards will never go in the drop area either. If I recall correctly, when a Zenkai battle card leaves the battle area, or when the leaders leave the leader area, they are removed from game. So you can't just recycle them, which is great. And people are asking, if they're removed from game, can I use different color sleeves then? Because that way it disassociates them from the rest of the deck. That way I'm not accidentally shuffling them in my deck and whatnot. So hopefully we can use different color sleeves, and then from that point on, in my opinion, I'll probably put the Zenkai area underneath my leader if I'm playing a super aggro deck. If I'm playing AOD, I'm able to incorporate this stuff into AOD, which would be phenomenal if I could. It's going to get really tight on space. And I know people who've been playing a lot of like Bulma Red, or even I
mean,
GT.
even looking like GT, Trunks, Vegeta, though U7 sometimes, they have massive full battle areas, and this is basically, the way they've got this chunked out is like half the battle area is now going towards leaders, unisons, Z Energy, Z deck. Moving forward in the trailer, I'm really excited for Red Shenron stuff.
Yeah.
Red Shadow Dragon stuff. It's no secret that I've been big on Shadow Dragons, so I'm excited to see what they do with that moving forward.
So SS4 Go. This the first?
This is the first actual SS4 Gogeta leader, I believe.
I don't know. Hang on. Trailer and boom. Okay, so the Awakened side is still both of them separate, but they have a Zenkai Awakened SS4, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty much a leader. And we got our green stuff, which for me, this looks really fun. I'm actually super excited to play the Turtle School.
I actually hope this supports the World Martial Arts Tournament stuff that we got in Theme Booster 2.
But I'm still super excited for it nonetheless. I like it looks like it's gonna be an interesting archetype theme deck, and that's just my go-tos.
every time they release Namekians as an archetype, I get really excited, and then I get really sad when they release them. So here's hoping that they actually do something respectful with Namekians.
It's either gonna be really good or just a big letdown. But from looking at the cards through Facebook, that people have shared and whatnot, and they're technically on our Discord, or they're on a Discord I'm part of. I just don't have that up right now to show fluff, unfortunately. If I recall correctly, it's like a light version of what Red King Piccolo was. I may be mistaken, but if I'm correct, it's a light version of what that was. They showed us some blue cards.
Another PyCon leader.
The art's pretty good, though. I'm just saying.
that art is pretty legit.
I think the PyCon leader was dropped at San Diego, so we may be able to pull that text up later. But yeah, we got PyCon, a Goku again. I do like Goku's hair in this. It kind of reminds me of, if anyone wants to watch reading the manga, it's kind of like a little take on that, kind of, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Almost like Ultra Instinct Sai, even though he didn't do that during that saga.
Yeah, very weird. Very weird.
And of course, there's Zenkai's, obviously, Super Saiyan Goku, and PyCon as well. And what I think was interesting is that in the trailer, and even at the reveals, we didn't get a lot of yellow. Like, we got a lot of Bardock, and we got cards that associate with Bardock, or even I think we got stuff showing the Goku Childhood, which is more or less the starter deck. So we do get a yellow Bardock, which is Bardock's crew. Unfortunately, neither one of the new Goku starter deck or the Bardock are lineage, so whatever.
Well,
it's fine.
People have been asking for a new Bardock crew leader. Mm-hmm. It would be very easy to splash blue into this to include some of the blue Bardock crew, but a lot of the original Bardock crew was in fact yellow. So
it was,
maybe this will support some of the old Bardock crew. Maybe this is a quote unquote rebooted leader for Bardock crew. I hope it's more than just a rebooted leader. Don't get me wrong. Like, I actually hope the leader is really good and it's very playable.
I think it's on its own because, like I said, I think it's just the starter decks are reboot leaders and the promo Goku leader. But like I said, I didn't even realize blue yellow is such a great combo in a lot of decks. So this should be hopefully a pretty good deck when we get this stuff out.
Yeah, hopefully.
At the event and also in the videos, we didn't see a lot of the Pan yellow deck, which would be Pan and in Dragon Ball Super Heroes. Dragon Ball Super Heroes. And we didn't really show a lot of if I recall, the black cards either at San Diego. So we're kind of just here looking at the pictures we got here. So we got some Dark Broly stuff.
We know there's going to be a new Shroom Salsa.
Unison.
Demon Realm. The new leader is Shroom Salsa as well. So
that's poutine and gravy, I meant to say. Which is the unit, which is pretty cool. None of these cards appear to be, unfortunately, the one right in the middle is the Z Awakened leader. So like I said, they kind of give us a snippet of some of the cards for the other yellow deck, which is definitely a Pan deck, or it's a superhero deck. Looks like the leader's actually Piccolo, which is pretty cool. So we got another yellow Piccolo coming out as a leader. Hopefully, maybe it I didn't even catch that. That is Awakened, yes. So the leader is yellow.
That could be a Z Awakened. We can't see because it's cut off there, but that could be a Z Awakened leader.
It could be. There's no cards on the side though, so I don't think it is. I think that is the leader. So that would be a really cool leader. Gohan, he has that symbol there. I think Gohan's either. Well, he's a battle card.
The Zenkai battle card.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool getting our Piccolo. Hopefully, maybe it might just be associated to just the superhero engine in itself and not incorporate anything else. But I'm still excited to see them give us this art from the movie. Haven't seen it yet, but it's been completely spoiled. So hopefully, hasn't been spoiled for you if you are trying to hold out. And then obviously we're going to Secret Rares, which are 3. One being a God Rare, which is pretty cool. Bring that back. If you pull it, kudos. I'm not gonna spend that much money on boxes.
No, we'll buy our case. If we get a God Rare, we get a God Rare. If we don't, that's cool too.
And some of these SPRs are pretty nice. I assume this Bardock's gonna be an SPR, but I want to touch base on one card since you said Secret Rare. It wasn't obviously in the video or the trailer, but we did already get to see one Secret Rare. If you haven't seen it yet, it is a Bardock Secret Rare, which is phenomenal.
Fantastic.
As long as your leader is Saiyan, you potentially are tapping down 3 of your opponent's cards, and if you are playing in a yellow deck, you could just combo up other good cards that have tapping beneficial effects, or just overall good. It's fairly cheap. I think it's 3 to play. If as long as you,
I think it is 3 to play. Yeah. The bottom effect on it as well is you can remove it from the game, choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, KO them, and then they can only attack with battle cards 1 more time during their next turn.
Yeah.
So depending on what is going to be kind of relevant within the meta moving forward, it could be really strong. But for 3 energy, you're playing a deflect 40,000 double strike dual attack, which is
on play or part of the active main.
Yeah, which is really strong.
Also, people have been talking about these numbers at the bottom of the cards. Don't got really any answers for that yet. People are assuming it just means first edition. If that's the case, that's pretty cool. But I don't think any of the other cards had them that I saw. I may be mistaken, but yeah, I didn't see any other cards have them.
I haven't seen any of them yet.
Maybe it's just the first secret rare. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, that was pretty much the Zenkai boost, which is pretty fantastic. Like I said, I'm super excited for it. I just like the idea of being able to use a whole new mechanic when it comes to just playing a deck or archetype, and it kind of gives more play lines of play. For example, like if I combo a card, that card may not be wasted. It's going to my Zenkai energy instead of going into my drop area. With that in mind, keep in mind that combo killing decks, there are a few out there. So we're going to see Surge Broly return, most likely, just because it has the rival cards that hits combo pieces. Yep. The Bardock Unison, which hits combo pieces as well. So it's going to be, if you're trying to test the new stuff, make sure you're testing with people who are
against
trying.
Combo kill decks. Make sure you keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Combo kill is going to be a thing unless they decide to curb that with the ban list moving into it, like hitting the Bardock Unison, hitting anything that inherently combo kills, which I don't see them doing, but
at least that's our theory and understanding. So we'll see when it happens at big tournaments and whatnot. Outside that, thanks for tuning in. They did go over Anniversary Box 5 stuff as well. It's what you expect. 18 beautiful new cards. If you want to go for the premium to get those beautiful shiny secret rares, go for it as well. At this point of recording, I don't think you can get them yet. Hopefully by the time this video drops, you can go to the Bandai site and get them. I'm super excited for that as well. But yeah, I think that covers just kind of going over what Dawn of the Z Leaders or Z Fighters is. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Dawn of the Z Fighter.
Yeah, Z Legends.
Dawn of Z Legends.
So hopefully you guys enjoy the type of content. We're trying to keep it short, a little bit concise. Might be 15, maybe 12 minutes, maybe longer. If you enjoy it, let us know in the comments. We'll do more of this video. I kind of want to start doing more like this, so if you got critiques, let me know down in the comments as well. But with that being said, Fluff, would you lead us out?
As always, read your cards, know your plays. Let us make the mistakes so that you don't have to. Fluff out.